Well. That's crazy, okay. I get, technically, I think that's still better. Overt sailors' mouths. If only. Comedic sailors also a reasonable choice, I would say. Well, we got 2 10 wins last time, which I think means I have another streak going from before as well. But, whatever. Here we are. Yep. 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 Probably not trying to level 3 that. Pretty good start. Pretty good start. I noticed, I don't remember if it was 2 days ago. It was some amount of days ago. I don't know. But YouTube, okay, you have your subscription box on YouTube. Some of you use it, some of you may not. Not the point. The point is, I use mine. Okay, well, we're gonna probably try this then. How do I make that happen? Well, you know, you could also just start getting melons on everything, but let's do this, I guess, and kill you. I will level this turn. Not as interested in that. I was thinking switch the Honduras bat in for the groundhog next turn. Yeah, I don't want to mess. I don't think I want to do any of that. I feel like the value of this is still good. Could be wrong. YouTube. If you've existed for a long enough time, you'd know that YouTube likes to, for some reason, just kind of change things. A lot of the time, not for the best. And this is certainly a case of that, where they have, I guess technically if I, oh, does that not count as hurting? Because it's not like the mantis where it does 50 damage or whatever now. This knocks out, so it doesn't count as a hurt. I don't know. I was gonna say that's something I could do. They, now, instead of just the sub box being the things in chronological order, it now has like a first row that is, it's like they're slapping you in the face with it, because it says, like, whatever it is, latest order, or like latest, which is just how it normally is. It says latest, and then under it says relevant. Then there's a row of videos that are videos comprised of your sub box, but just not from the order, and you have to scroll down below those to then actually get to the normal order. And you can't get rid of it. The only thing you could do is click a thing that says show more of the relevant from your sub box, which you're already looking in the first place. Why don't they want me to use my subscription box? It's like the number one important thing that I've used historically. Please stop. Anyway, Panda would be interesting actually, as something to, I think I'm gonna sell this. I mean, it's definitely weakening the team, but hear me out. Could be giving the bacons to this, so that then it can transfer to something new. Kind of probably silly a little. Okay, well then this also will let me have a 4 squatted unit. That's an option. Then get rid of this, have the trumpet. Maybe a little crazy. Interesting. I do realize I should have bought something for you to knock out. Well, I could just wait a turn, to be fair. Like, what if I just do this turn? What if I just do that this turn, and then we just go Dimetrodon instead, because it's just generally better? That's not gonna get to use its ability. I'm stupid. That's not gonna get to use its ability, because it's gonna be one thing left. But you know what? Maybe a 6/6 is better. Nope, it's not. I don't think we were winning that one anyway, though. Okay. Yes. Then roll. There's the Dimetrodon. There's the Dimetrodon. I guess I'm just gonna get rid of you for now then. Throw an ant in there. Alright, and we're looking for more Deer Lords. Yes, that is what we're doing. Give you the stats then too. We're not getting many trumpets from the bat, but we also don't need it. It's there because it had half of a level to gain. That is unfortunately not big enough for this gigantic umbrella bird. Alright, well, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just debating between, do I feed this or do I feed this? I don't know. It probably is not a good idea. Well, okay. I need this to, if I'm trying to get slices, I would need level 2, and then I would also need to not Deer Lord for it. I would have to, it actually wouldn't be possible to give this to the Deer Lord without putting another unit in front for it to kill, and then have that in front of that. That seems not probably worth trying to finagle. I mean, you can get it on the Dimetrodon, it's just not worth the hassle. It's just not worth the hassle. Could have gingerbreaded that, but I guess we're buying something to kill. I was hoping to maybe see an ant, something like that. Too bad this is not on buy anymore, huh? That would be a way to get a melon on the Deer Lord. We're very much all in on one big fella, which is not looking the best at the moment. But it's enough that time. It's enough that time. Okay, ant is the thing we want to shoot, for sure. Yes. Probably just worth it over you at this point, I imagine. Unless we get the level, like, almost immediately. I think I gotta sell it and then just take this. Getting a Gariel would be nice to get a melon on that guy. That would be a game changer. Seagull with nothing on it, huh? Well, we got destroyed. Got destroyed on that one. Kind of feels like I maybe am going to be getting rid of that panda at some point. I think I'm gonna do that. I am tempted to do the Gariel. Instead of the level 2 Gariel. That's even interesting. You know what? Our team is so weak, we often will end up needing all of our units, so I kind of regret doing that. Okay. Level 2 deer guy would have been good too, though I am freezing a lot of stuff, which I recognize. Also, level 2 Deer Lord would be a big difference over the other one, but yeah, not surprising we're losing here. Not quite enough health, really. You know what, I think we might need to do this to start. Might need to do that to start. That would be kind of neat option if we had that going. Yeah, it turns out you don't have health and you just have one big guy. It doesn't really work so well. Nope, no it does not. Well, that ends the win streak that I had for a while. Felt like there was a isopod for Deer Lord feed to give HP. Yeah. That was how many wins in a row of 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish. But it's alright. Just didn't come together. I think almost what that makes me think almost is that you grab the Deer Lord, but you might not actually start having it do its thing. I don't love that, but you might not have it actually start doing its thing until level 2 or you have some more stability. I think Panda was probably not the way either. I think we needed more of an actual real unit to help make up for things in the time being, like being 4-squatted and whatnot. Granted, we have the Metrodon, but that's a funny transform. That is a funny transform. It's a dangerous buy, but I guess I gotta do it. Okay. Something like that. Looking better this time around. Looking better this time around. The perfect turtles, also known as a Purtle. What? Is that where his name comes from? No, but thought maybe for a moment. Thought maybe for a moment. Well, I haven't really done the strawberry stuff this week, so there is that. But I also don't have strawberry units on the team yet. So that's also a thing, I guess. Great. Great. I don't think I'm trying to level 3 the Toasty. Good God. Good God, we got nothing going on. Bat is generically good, I guess, to help get some stuff, but looking not great. I probably should have the cassowary in the front. Ooh, Moth transform's not bad. All right, you know what? Maybe the team's not as bad. We're the Toasty and all that jazz. Get rid of you. Although the transforms you've done have been actually quite good, but I think we kind of have to do this. There you go. I don't know. There's not a way to. When you do strawberries that happen mid round, they don't actually count for the permanent health. Or is this all until next turn now? I feel like the period and then also gain means the attack is until next turn, but whatever. Let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. Funky team. Not enough. Not enough, but that's okay. Level here. Boom. Well, I mean, I guess it's probably better than this. I guess. I suppose. We don't have a way of, you know, it's not like you have the cardinal to like re-get strawberries, or, I mean, there's, I suppose, racket tails and road runners and whatnot. But the cardinal one was nice for the in-shop strawberry statting, which was cool to see. I'm not trying to level 3 you. I guess would I rather 3 rolls next turn? It doesn't make a difference. Well, I guess, no, because if this was 3 rolls or 3 gold, then it'd be better. But since it's going to be the same tier, I should just roll now. Oh my God. Where was that level 2 Dear Lord last time? I don't think this team is looking all that great either, to be honest, but pretty big dog. Pretty big dog. Yeah, that is probably a little bit better, I guess, than the ant at this time. I know this is only an in-battle one, but it's still nice to have, I suppose, for the cassowary stats and just trying to maintain a little bit. Also, for a tier 1 that we would keep, it would probably be Hummingbird over our toasty friend over there. Yeah, math, not mathing too great, but 12-12 is pretty good. 12-12 is pretty big. Okay, that's nice to see. That is also interesting? Question mark? I guess swallowing a cassowary is kind of good. Pelican. For every 25 health, and in theory this is gonna get health, I suppose? Pelican, yeah, well that's true, isn't it? Pelican and Hotsun don't work well, except that then we give a strawberry to the cassowary, so then it gets eaten after, except it doesn't because it's also start of battle. Okay, well, then, if that's the case, we have a decision to make, which is Hotsun or Pelican. There is, I mean, we can get health if we keep getting to buy strawberries, which would be good for pelicaning the cassowary. No doubt about that. However, in the immediate, the Hotsun is probably better as we continue to get strawberries. So basically, I have no idea. The fox could accidentally transform with Water of Youth or Campeto. And then otherwise, there's kind of a lot of stinkers, if I'm gonna be honest. Or like a chocolate cake would also be pretty bad. So I feel like I should buy the pelican. But I also... You know what might be crazy? Is to pelican... and have both for the time being. That might be crazy enough. That might be just crazy enough. Because I think we would rather the trumpets in the immediate, and having a tier 5 is better for the bad. But then also swallowing the cassowary is still not actively that bad yet. You're going to eat my hummingbird. The pelican was gonna go off because it's 5 and the Hotsun was 4, so that's why I was confident that it would go off. But otherwise you would be right. Otherwise you would be right on that. Do I just buy... I think I'm just buying strawberry... Like... I think I'm just buying strawberries for now. And continuing to kind of try to maintain my health and stuff here as I look for the future. This is good. It's probably better than this. Although it does mean... And, you know, maybe that's... weird because you don't really get the cassowary benefits of it. But then I guess you would get just the strawberries to strawberry. Racket over humming does make sense. I'm just trying to think. Like, is there an order thing that matters here? Not really. Not really. Hummingbird level a little off. Both give strawberries, but Racket gives attack. Yeah. And then this is gonna have the strawberry removed from the Hotsun, so like having it on it isn't like a waste either. You know what I mean? Like it looks weird on the surface because like we're removing a strawberry from the thing, but it's actually just kind of better that I'm like half doing both. It's kind of actually just better. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, and then that's the same, so it's 8 in total, which is the same as this. So in theory, maybe switch to this. But I want that strawberry. Also, kind of crazy, I guess, that put the racket in the back before friend attacks. Give it the strawberry perk. Put the racket in the backish? I don't know if I understand the logic there. So it can give to, oh, because now that it's leveled. Okay. When it was level 1, yes. Okay, now I get what you're saying. Yes. Okay. I still think the trumpets from this are worth it at the moment, even though it's not leveled at all. There we go. I was looking for one of those. That's why I didn't bother buying the 3-cost one last time. Now, and then, in theory, I'm looking to, that's fine. Ooh, okay. Team works. It's semi-good. I guess, really, here we're looking for, I guess another 1-cost strawberry, and then maybe switch these out. That's kind of tempting. Get some extra stats going. It gives virtually the same amount. I think I'm going for it. I do have 4 health after all. A little awkward because, like, maybe in theory I'm also getting rid of the Hosen later or something, but oh, there it is! Definitely the value of the strawberry is good. Very much not punished there. I mean, leveling the Hosen would be nice too, but there hasn't been much of that showing up. Okay, level 2 Nurse Shark, no joke. The other thing is, even the dong spawn, I can, if somehow everything died except for like the racket bird, it could still give it to the Hosen there. Okay. I think you would actually rather level the Hosen. That might be crazy. That might be crazy. I think you would actually rather level the Hosen before the Nyala, because everything already has a strawberry on it. But this is already 9 out of 10, so a pretty unique team if this works. Well, I mean, it's strawberry stuff, so in that sense, not unique. Although that's a good-looking team. Yeah, it's a good-looking team. Well, hold on. Not good enough. What a weird team. Because it just... Usually you don't want 2 things that eat up the trumpets, but... It did work. Though, also, I almost made a fatal flaw. If I did have another one of these and leveled it too, it would have activated before the Pelican. Although, maybe the trumpets at level 2 would have made up for that, but... Interesting nonetheless. Interesting nonetheless. That one went by kind of quick, I feel like. Yeah, it's only 23 minutes. Well, I guess we lost, so there is that. But you know what? That's fine to keep it. I think I am going to keep it at those 2 runs. I think I'm going to keep it at those 2 runs. 3 different strawberry synergies that work against each other but still worked. Yeah, because, like, the racket bird didn't really, like... It didn't really add much. It was just some extra attack stats. But it wasn't like, oh, when a strawberry's put on, then you get the cassowary buff, because the cassowary is already eaten by the Pelican in the first place. Though, I am wondering, and maybe this is really stupid, because the Pelican, honestly, maybe I was actually playing that completely wrong the whole time. Pelican. 5 damage for any 25 health. So, really... And Swallow, I assume, counts as a feint trigger, right? Really? Why the hell was I swallowing the cassowary even though it was just making a regular thing anyway, when instead it should have just swallowed the Nyala, get the trumpets, and then I would have a much bigger statted cassowary? Is that wrong? And then the cassowary could have benefited from the racket doing the things in the battle. That may have actually just been, like... playing not 100% optimal and getting away with it. I'm sure someone can correct me, but you're not wrong. See? As soon as I stopped to actually think about it, I think it was so on the mind of like, oh, we'll get it to 25 health and it'll get another thing because we'll get strawberries and yada yada yada, but it didn't even end up getting 25. So yeah, that would have been a lot smarter, huh? Team would have been significantly better with that. Team would have been absolutely significantly better with that. But you know, sometimes you don't need to be perfect to win. Just like how sometimes you can make no mistakes and still lose. That is life, or whatever the quote, however that quote works. Anyway, later.